So last Friday night, my friends and I decided to have a wholesome game night, which in our group is code for let's see how long it takes before someone throws a board game piece across the room. We picked Monopoly, because apparently, none of us value our friendships or inner peace. My buddy Nate, who once rage quit Uno, swore on his cat's life he would keep his cool. To keep things civil, we even set a ground rule: no arguing, no flipping the board, and no under-the-table deals. That was the plan, anyway. Things started off suspiciously smooth. We were half an hour in, and no one had declared bankruptcy, sold their dignity for a railroad, or thrown a tiny metal dog at anyone's head. But then my friend Jess landed on Boardwalk with a hotel and had to pay me an ungodly sum. She stared at her play money, then at her actual wallet, and finally at her plate of takeout. "Will you take 3 chicken nuggets and a Diet Coke for rent?" she asked. Before I could answer, Nate chimed in, "I'll trade you Baltic Avenue for your last sweet and sour sauce." The next thing I know, we had an entire barter economy going, and the official Monopoly bank was basically out of business. By the time midnight rolled around, our Monopoly board looked less like Atlantic City and more like a bizarre flea market. Nate had somehow managed to corner the market on Park Place deeds, except none of them were real. He'd made bootleg versions out of sticky notes. Jess was running a side hustle exchanging fries for get-out-of-jail-free cards, and my roommate Dave was selling fake immunity tokens for anyone who needed to avoid paying luxury tax. The only thing anyone used cash for anymore was to prop up the wobbly corner of the board. At the end of the night, we couldn't remember who actually won because somehow the property deeds were now written in ketchup, and someone had mortgaged the bathroom. As we packed up, Jess looked at us and said, "Next week, can we play something less intense, like Russian roulette?" Honestly, I think the only thing we really learned is that in our group, Monopoly isn't about winning, it's about who can establish the most successful fast food franchise on the orange properties.